It's Monday, July 21st.
It will be important, though, that they send a signal to the economy of Canada that they're continuing to push forward.
Major projects, tariffs, provincial trade. It's all on the table as Canada's premiers get together for the start of a three-day summit.
When I got up this morning, everything was good. Give it a couple hours, the wind changed and town fell out with smoke.
A fire burning dangerously close to Musgrave Harbour in Newfoundland and Labrador. We'll have the latest coming up.
We're dealing with a mugger. The post office is trying to take a whole bunch of stuff from us.
55,000 workers at Canada Post will begin voting on the latest offer this morning. The union's president is telling its members to vote no.
Hi, give me your hand.
Oh, this is terrifying. A car falling off of a ferry in the Montreal area. Plan to get the vehicle to dry land, ends up pushing it further in the water. Everyone's fine, by the way. Car, though, right off. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Welcome to your morning, everybody. Anne-Marie's away today. Kelsey's away today. Look who's here.
The replacement killers. Hey, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Teddy Wilson.
I'm just...
Jess.
Guys, I'm
Jess.
back. Hi.
It is so good to have you back. And you were saying it has been
2 years?
It's been 2
Yeah.
years. I can't believe
I've
that.
been weathering all over the place.
You have
Weathering
been.
all over.
But I'm excited to be back. And oh my God, hi.
She found her camera, everybody.
But it's so much fun. I'm so happy to be back. And it is early. I forgot how early
Did you?
this shift is.
Were you
Yeah.
able to sleep?
Sort of. But I have had a lot of coffee. I can see sound.
Nice.
You can see sound.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm doing great.
It's great. Well, we always love your energy, Jess. It's so good to have you back in studio.
I'm ready to dance. I've been working up moves, ready for you guys.
Oh, that's great.
You know
yeah.
that's going to happen.
I would be disappointed if it didn't.
I want to ask you later about your time at Calgary Stampede, too, so we'll get into that
Shout out
later,
to everybody
for sure.
at Calgary. They were so lovely. Everyone in Calgary was so lovely. But yeah, I have stories.
That's great.
Good.
Cool. All right. Right now, let's turn to some of the top news stories we're following for you here this morning. We begin with Canada's premiers, who start a three-day summit today to talk about the economy, tariffs, and trade.
Send a signal to the economy of Canada that they're continuing to push forward.
On day one of this summit in Muskoka, premiers will meet with First Nations and Métis leaders, along with the Natives Women's Association of Canada. They'll be giving their thoughts on the push to get going on major nation-building projects. Over the next 3 days, premiers plan to also talk about tariffs and breaking down trade barriers between provinces. Prime Minister Mark Carney will join the premiers tomorrow. He's expected to update them on his plan to build infrastructure and reach a new trade deal with the United States.
Canada is not open to us. They need to open their market. Unless they're willing to open their market, they're going to pay a tariff.
So in an interview, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick suggested tariffs are not going away anytime soon. He also said U.S. President Donald Trump plans to renegotiate CUSMA, and he's looking to do that next year when the deal comes under review. Prime Minister Carney will meet with a group of U.S. senators from both sides of the aisle today in Ottawa. A state of emergency has been declared as people flee from an out-of-control wildfire threatening Musgrave Harbour in Newfoundland and Labrador.
The residents of Musgrave Harbour have stepped up. They've looked after themselves and they have listened. And my understanding is that almost 80% of them had already made a decision to go before the evacuation order.
So the fire was first detected Saturday night, 8 kilometers away from Musgrave Harbour. By yesterday afternoon, it was just 1 kilometer away from homes in the town. 4 water bombers and a helicopter were sent to try to hold the fire back. Officials are also keeping an eye on the massive Chance Harbour fire, which is also burning close by. More than 50,000 unionized workers at Canada Post will begin voting on the company's latest contract offer today.
We put forward the offers. We hope they see it as a reasonable path forward that provides certainty.
Canada Post seems hopeful for an agreement which would increase wages by more than 13%, but also add more part-time workers. Meanwhile, the Canadian Union of Postal Workers is urging its members to reject the offer, saying the government-imposed vote sets a dangerous precedent. Negotiations between Canada Post and the Canadian Union of Postal Workers have been ongoing for more than 18 months. A 9-year-old Canadian girl reported missing by her father has been found dead in New York. The Warren County Sheriff's Office received a call from 45-year-old Luciano Fertolin about his missing daughter on Saturday night. He told the police she was possibly taken. The Sheriff's Office says it identified inconsistencies in the father's retelling of events and the timeline. Melina Fertolin was later found dead in the Ticonderoga, New York area on Sunday. New York State Police is now investigating and say there are no signs pointing to an abduction at this time. A 14-year-old boy has been charged with second-degree murder in the fatal stabbing of 71-year-old Shanaz Pestonji. She was attacked on Thursday morning while putting groceries in her car in a North York parking lot. She was then taken to the hospital where she died. Police announced the arrest in Toronto, citing a coordinated effort by multiple units. The teen will appear in court later today. His identity is protected under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Ontario's Special Investigations Unit is investigating a hit and run involving a teen who was hurt while trying to flee from police. Officers were responding to a call in Mississauga early Sunday morning about an alleged assault on a worker at a bar. Police say the teen suspect was hit by a vehicle while running away from the scene. The driver then also took off. The teen was arrested and taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. There is no description yet of the driver who fled the scene. A group of divers from the United States and Australia have found a car tied to a Laval man's disappearance from 27 years ago. The divers exploring with a Mission believe the car belonged to Robert St. Louis, who went missing in the late 80s. They found it in Quebec's Mille River, which matched the description of the family's Jeep Cherokee. They also found bones in the car. St. Louis' daughter reached out to the divers to help solve her father's disappearance. She was the last one to see him before he went missing on Father's Day in 1988. The group will now meet with investigators to confirm their findings. We're seeing footage of an incident last week involving a car that fell off a ferry in the Montreal area. So the car fell in the gap between the ferry and the dock after the boat came off its mooring. Someone then suggested lowering the ramp, but that ended up pushing the car into the current. The driver tried to swim for safety, but the current was too strong. A member of the ferry crew then jumped in to rescue the diver. No one was hurt, but the car is a write-off. The Transportation Safety Board has opened an investigation. All right, were you potentially out golfing this weekend? And if so, my friends, how was the weather? Was it like this?
It is probably the most innovative and cool golf I've ever done.
Wow. These golfers swapped greens for ice in the first ever North Pole Clock Golf Championship. Clock golf is a Victorian-era variation of the game where players putt from numbered points arranged around a central hole like a clock face. Wild. It needed another variation, probably because of the challenging, quote-unquote, greens. Players only had to putt from 4 locations rather than 12.